I think we're live. Are we live? Yes, we are. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back again with a new stream. And that is right, we are back on this beautiful September 18th, 2023. I hope everyone's having a phenomenal day, night, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I'm certainly having a great day myself. And today we're going to be discussing what could very well be the official end to the DeSantis campaign. As it sounds like Team Trump is putting everything in the kitchen sink and fully killing any chance DeSantis had left. Which was at zero, but still, there was technically a possibility where DeSantis could come back. But the Trump campaign, they're moving to completely put a nail in the DeSantis campaign. Now, before we continue with today's stream, I hope you enjoy these type of streams. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $1 a month, you can join Real American. This is the best way to support the daily content that we all know and love. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. And also, if you want to get your questions, comments, concerns, whatever for sure answered, the best way is to send a super chat via the chat. Of course, I'll try to read chat, but if you want your question or whatever answered, super chats support the content, and well, your questions will get answered. And we already got a super chat. Real Texan Politics for 5. Who would you prefer for governor of Florida? Gates, Donalds, or Ashley Moody? Honestly, I support Gates. Gates or Donalds. Probably Gates first, then Donalds. Because either way, one of them's going to win. Let's be real. Matt Gaetz all but announced that he will be running for the governorship in 2026. So there's that. And Donalds is pretty good, but I think Matt Gaetz overall is a step up from Donalds on most issues. So I do think I do support Matt Gaetz for governor next, or I should say in a couple of years. It's sounding like he will be running for governor, so yeah. Donald's more electable, yeah, but it's Florida. Somebody like Gaetz will win easily. So, anyways, let's get into this, because I cannot believe, in a matter of 24 hours, or whatever, the DeSimps on Twitter have gone freaking insane. I know that's a hot take, but 24 hours ago, they were saying, oh, the Trump campaign has given up on Iowa because they know DeSantis is secretly up. Well, minutes after they started that crap, this headline showed up. Trump moves to put the nail in the DeSantis campaign coffin. Not even like a day after these people started to push that nonsense that, oh, Trump has given up on Iowa? What? That DeSantis is secretly up? First of all, if you believe DeSantis is secretly up by some magical polling data, I'm sorry, you're an idiot. There's no data out there that exists that shows DeSantis is secretly up. Well, the Trump campaign, they're putting a lot of resources into Iowa, because guess what? If Trump kills DeSantis in Iowa like we expect, it's over. It's over at that point in time. If Trump kills DeSantis in Iowa, what's his path? Because he put everything into Iowa. Because that is arguably his strongest state of the first 4. It's evangelical, it's a bit more conservative. It should be Trump's weakest state in the first 4, even though that's ludicrous, but it's true. Compared to South Carolina, Nevada, and New Hampshire. Well, guess what? The DeSantis campaign, after saying for a while, Trump has given up on Iowa. Politico comes out with this article. Let's get into it. Donald Trump's campaign believes DeSantis is flatlining. Now they want to bury him. That's an understatement. DeSantis is below 0. I'm joking, but compared to some other people, he is not doing good at all. He went from 30 to 25% to like 2. Not 2, but 10. At this point in time, it may end up being 2% if this continues, but he's lost half of his support at least. And that's why everybody is saying that, hey, no matter what you do, it's Jover. It's done. It's over with. Pack it up. This is Trump's nomination. Chat, can somebody explain to me why people think DeSantis can still win? And they actually think that, oh, there's magical data out there that shows that he's winning? Like, is it just a flat-out cope? Or is it like these people are so deranged with Trump that they think that DeSantis is magically up because he's the only one that could maybe beat Trump in a primary? Can somebody answer that? Some of these people, I don't know if they actually believe it. I'm worried they actually do, that there's magical data out there of, oh, secret data that has DeSantis up by 50 over Trump. Do they actually believe that? General Heidriffer has been a member for 1 month. Thank you so much, good sir. Trump will and always be one step closer. Well, yeah. But alright. The Sims are stuck in December 2022. True. Trump +1 map win wrap. I actually may do that because we have new polling data to indicate that Trump +1 is possible. I don't know if it's going to happen, but it's based on all the data right now. He's up in the aggregate by 1. Do a Haley versus Biden prediction? No. The former president and his team are beefing up their efforts in Iowa, hoping to deliver the type of knockout punch that would effectively end the Florida governor's bid and send a message to the other campaigns to get out of the way. Building on his 7 visits to Iowa so far, Trump is embarking on a Team Trump caucus commitment, organizing an event in Iowa with campaign volunteers at the Jackson County Fairgrounds, Mequada, and remarks at the Grand River Conference Center, Dubai, this Wednesday. Trump plans to make 3 more steps in Iowa during the first half of October stops, and again in the final days of the month, his team said. The Trump campaign is also bringing on Alex Mayer, who has recently been part of the RNC's political data team, as a senior advisor focused on both Iowa and Missouri. Why are you focusing on Missouri there, guy? What's going on? But either way, guys, so much for this crap that, oh, the Trump campaign has given up on Iowa. It's a remarkable investment of a time from a candidate who has, through the summer, left a light footprint on the trail. It has been supplemented with an air attack by Trump World as a pro-DeSantis PAC advertised aggressively in the state. MAGA Inc., the super PAC supporting Trump, is spending over $700,000 on advertising this week in Iowa, according to the ad tracking firm Ad Impact. Again, these people said a week ago, or like yesterday, that they've given up on Iowa, that Team Trump, oh, the reason he's not campaigning is he's so far down that he's just given up. Does this sound like giving up to you? Or maybe, hear me out. Just hear me out for a second. Trump is up by so much that he's more focused on his current legal business and doing events across the country, not just focused on Iowa. I mean, is that crazy to think? I don't get why people magically think, well, Trump is secretly down. There's a plan out there to get the DeSantis, and it's like, what? Max said that we are actually just brainwashing DeSantis the real resistance. He will destroy the machine and save the world like in action movies. And whoa, what's this? Little Penguin polling for 5. Our polling shows DeSantis trending up in the early primary states. Oh, God. Big Penguin. No, wait. This is Little Penguin polling. Are they back? Oh, gosh. Little Penguin polling. Thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, gosh. The penguin memes are back. Big Penguin. Oh, boy. He's back. Technically, it's Little Penguin. Yeah, it's like POS polling. Piece of shit polling. All right. let's get back into it. Trump's Iowa team is focused on educating and training Trump supporters on the caucus process, and the Trump campaign has boasted of 27,000 signed caucus pledge cards and 1,500 local volunteers in the state. Boy, this sounds like just giving up on the state. How many? Hold on. What was the turnout of 2016 for Iowa? 2016 Republican Iowa caucus. Let's see here. 186,000. So already they got 27,000 people confirmed. Yeah, we're going to show up to the caucus. And that's with 1,500 volunteers. Yeah, this sounds like they just given up on the state. And they're going to make this sound like, oh, that's not 100,000 like it was in 2016. It's like, your entire narrative about Trump giving up on Iowa, it's full of shit. Complete and total bullshit. Do people really think that Trump's campaign has given up on Iowa? No. It's called they're up by so much that they wouldn't want to spend that much on a state they're going to win by a lot. They're going to be more focused on Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada. It just, I don't get it. I really do not get these people. DeSantis will get the same as Ben Carson in Iowa. Did he get like 5% or whatever? He got shafted, by the way. Cruz, people make this sound like, pretend this never happened. Cruz did screw over Ben Carson. He did. Look up what he did and said to the caucus goers. Ben Carson is about to drop out and endorse Ted Cruz. That's what he did. And you do the math, it's like, yeah, that did in fact help Cruz take Iowa. If that's not even it's not even an objective statement, or subjective, it's an objective statement. Ben Carson was pulling a lot higher before they said he has dropped out. And they purposely did it in areas that was going to benefit Trump. Yeah, it just sounds like, oh, just a pure coincidence. Ben Carson also got 4th. Yeah, but Carson got shafted. So, he would have done better if it wasn't for Cruz. What his people did. No candidate has ever won Iowa by more than 12 points, and even the most conservative polls have us at double that margin since Alex Leitchman, the Trump's campaign's early state director. But I try to continuously remind our team and our staff and everybody that we do not take it for granted. Trump's flurry of activity in the state comes as his rivals begin crisscrossing Iowa in hopes that they could somehow, finally, change the trajectory of the race, which seems less and less competitive each day. This is from Politico. Man, this is just... What's that guy's name on Twitter? That one, like, staffer for DeSantis who has, like, 5 burners? What's his name? Is it, like, Brian something? Hold on. What's the guy's name on Twitter? It's like, he has, like, 15 alts or whatever, but he's, like, a press secretary of DeSantis, and they lied about it. I honestly want to see that. Like, what's that guy's name? It's like, is it a Brian something? I don't know. I don't know what it is, but that guy is completely insane. I don't know if he's serious or not, but boy, that, not good. Not good. Yeah, it's Max Nordo, or whatever frick his name is. It's Max something. Norda? Whatever. Brian Griffin, yeah, that's what it is. Brian Griffin has like 5 alts on Twitter. It's just like, how pathetic can you be to have 5 alts of like the same person? Bill Mitchell. Yeah, it's Brian Griffin. I think. Not that Griffin. Not Peter Griffin. No. Brian. It's Brian. I think it's. Yeah, it's Brian Griffin. He's the press secretary for DeSantis. Or one of them. I think associate. I don't know. It's not the Brian Griffin from Family Guy. It's a different one. I just don't get, like, why do you lie so much? This is why Trump supporters are telling DeSantis to go F himself. You have people like freaking Griffin or whatever making 15 alts on Twitter bashing Trump 24/7 and his supporters. It's like, wait, wasn't your whole argument supposed to be that you're better than Trump? Why are you insulting half your base? What? No, not the guy, not the dog from Family Guy. There's like an actual guy named Brian Griffin, and he's the press secretary for DeSantis. Hey, Real American, I heard that the Wisconsin election chief was fired but refused to step down. Yeah, so the state senate got rid of the election person, thank God. She was a partisan hack, and she's refusing to step down. So that's going to be fun. Bit chaotic, I would say, but fun. Trump is, at this juncture, the runaway frontrunner nationally and in Iowa. He is beating DeSantis in state polls by about 30 points. But veterans of the state's caucuses say such a lead may be overblown and that Trump is wise to try and put his foot in the pedal right now. I actually kind of agree. You know, Iowa is a state where you can see surges late in the year, but when was the last time somebody had this big of a lead in Iowa and lost it? If you look historically when the race starts coming together, and trajectory and momentum and those kinds of things really start to matter, it is after Labor Day, after school started, that's when you have previous insurgent campaigns really starting to get traction, like Huckabee, Santorum, etc. But the difference was, back then, there was a lot of undecideds. There wasn't a clear frontrunner like 2008. I believe that it was, at this point in time, wasn't it was it Romney in 2008 at this time? 2012, it was of course Romney again, but that's changed every 5 seconds. But it could change at a dime, but they never had a 40-point lead, and they never were at 60% like Trump is. He works for the campaign now. Yeah, you get the point that some of those people in DeSantis' campaign, they're just, I don't know. I don't think Trump should take it for granted, though, with Iowa being very religious in his abortion comments. And we'll get to that. All right? And I've got a lot of crap about the abortion stuff. It's like these people, go look up these people's Twitter feeds from last November. They blamed the GOP being too conservative on abortion for last year, but suddenly attacked Trump for being a moderate on the issue, or I guess it's a consensus. You can't make this up, people. And we'll get to that, but first, Zeppelin LZ 99 for 5. Hear about the Supreme Court decision in Alabama again? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. Everybody, there is a possibility Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act may get gutted. Let me pull it up. There was a tweet by, I think it was Calvin Coolidge Project. Right? And if this is true, a lot of these Democrats have been smug. They should really chill out for a second. Let me just get this. Okay, I think I found it. Yep, it's by Newswire, not Calvin Coolidge. All right, here we go. So, remember all the crap Democrats were saying about Section 2 being 100% safe? Remember that? Justice Kavanaugh is open to rehearing Alabama redistricting case as a constitutional challenge to the validity of Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act. Remember when they said that they weren't even going to consider this? Remember that? Again, I don't know if it's going to get overturned or not, but the fact that Kavanaugh is open to hearing about it, because they never actually challenged the validity of Section 2. They never did. They challenged some weird argument of like, oh, this Alabama has unlimited powers with redistricting or whatever. They didn't necessarily challenge Section 2. And you look at his concurrence in the Alabama case before, he really opened the possibility of, hey, Section 2 may be unconstitutional. I'm not saying it's going to overturn. There's some people that are going to say, he said that it got overturned, but it didn't. I'm not saying that. I am saying, however, there is a possibility that exists for Kavanaugh to at least, I don't think it's going to get fully gutted if it does, but it's going to be, I would say, limited. What I think is going to happen if they do, like, overturn it is it's going to be, like, not 50%. Like, they're going to say that 50% rule, that's just, no. It should be based on each state's demographics and, like, what makes sense or something, you know? It's not going to be this, it automatically has to be 50% of the district's vote has to be black or whatever. That's what I think they may do, but what's everybody's thoughts on that? Race-based districting is racist. It is. The fact that they're defending it to this day. But yeah, I mean, how do you guys think it's going to go? If they actually rule on it. I really do think that they may just, like, restrict it. Not, like, fully get rid of it, but there's a good possibility they, like, say, it's not 50%, it has to be, like, 40. Or maybe even 30 or something. Not, it has to be 50%. Like the majority of the district. That may be the way to go. That may be the way we can get rid of it. Or something. Hey, Rap. Love your state. Have been there at least 3 times each October. We go to Minnesota and sometimes go through Wisconsin. Been in Kenosha, Milwaukee, Eau Claire, Superior, and the Dells. Well, hope you... I'm glad you enjoy the state. It's a beautiful state, Wisconsin. Even the cities are mostly fine, but you know my opinions on a certain city. That, yeah. Robert Taft was based, well, yeah. What's going on, chat? Something popped on my laptop when I was doing some work saying that North Carolina will likely go to Biden. I didn't see that happening. What? Who said that? Wasn't that the simp, like, on Twitter that said, North Carolina's, like, likely Democrat and, like, Arkansas's, like, battleground or something? Who was that? Did somebody actually say that? I don't know. But back to the, the article. Yeah, what happened to the blue North Carolina coping? Well, polling data is showing that Trump's killing Biden in the state. Wait, your real political data? Wow, this is a surprise. I'm totally not real political data. I'm totally am. It's just, don't question it. Did you also hear that Trump might go to the UAW line in Michigan, he said? Yeah, I heard that. One of the things was, if it's still going on during the debate, Trump's gonna do a speech at the Michigan. That would be freaking perfect. It's like, screw your debate, I'm just gonna go talk to these union dudes. So, yeah, the talk about history, which when was the last time somebody lost by, or won or was winning Iowa by 30, then lost it? In the caucus. Has that ever happened? At this point in time. I'm not talking about, like, 5 years prior where there was one poll with, like, I don't freaking know, Joe up by 30. And then he loses by 20. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, like, in September of the year before. Iowa winner doesn't even win that often. Yeah, that's true, but Bush won it, I believe, right? It happens. I think Clinton won it. So it happens where the caucus winner wins the primary. So did Obama. DeSantis, for his part, is betting much of his political fortune on Iowa. He has been outworking Trump in the Hawkeye state, which comes with just 40 delegates, but the potential for immeasurable momentum when it kicks off the grueling primary season on January 15, 2024. He's received 40 endorsements from state legislators, visited 58 of the state's 99 counties, and campaigned alongside the popular governor, Kim Reynolds. Can she just freaking endorse him already? I'm getting real sick of Reynolds right now because she's a good governor, but stop pretending that, I'm totally neutral. You've done nothing but campaign for DeSantis. Come on. Whom Trump has publicly admonished, which is true. DeSantis's team says it has secured some 13,000 written commitments from caucus goers. Good job. And the PAC that is all but running the Florida governor's campaign has bought $15.6 million worth of ads in the state through November, according to Ad Impact, more than triple the $2.9 million the MAGA Inc. PAC supporting Trump has spent. So yeah, I just love the fact that they admit that the super PAC that's supposed to be independent, they're the ones running the campaign. Yeah, but I'm sure DeSantis is not paid off, and I'm sure that the FEC won't fine him for any violations. Do people not understand? Super PACs are not allowed to collude with campaigns or work with them. And that's what happened with the DeSantis campaign. Get Politico out here saying the DeSantis campaign is being ran by a super PAC. That's illegal. And I guarantee you, if he somehow wins the nomination, the FEC will magically realize, oh wait, this is illegal. We're going to fine you $100 million. That's what's going to happen. And some of these people are thinking that, oh, he's never going to have a money problem, even though DeSantis already begged for $50 million and he's got like $2 million. Oh, gosh, it's just... This campaign's pathetic. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about this campaign. It's garbage, and we're getting to the part that... Look at this. Just, this is what they sent out to people in Iowa. Listen, I disagree with Trump on this issue. But do you really think this is going to help you? Chat. This is real. They're actually sending this out to people. What am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say to this? Are they trying to, like, make Trump seem like a moderate on every issue? Listen, again, I disagree with Trump on some social issues, but you gotta be freaking kidding me. Guys, this isn't 2000. My question is this: where was this 12 years ago? When the GOP was, like, winning this issue? Or 15 years ago? Where was this? They attack people now for it, but 15 years ago, when they had electable argument for it, and they didn't use it. I can't believe it. I can't believe that they're attacking Trump for being, like, liberal on all the issues. All you're doing is just making him seem like a moderate. What the frick are you doing? I don't get it. Yeah, most people in Iowa support gay marriage. It's like, this ship sailed 10 years ago, and until the GOP starts pushing back on it slightly, it's not going to change. Oh, man. Trump should hire them to help them versus Biden make Trump look more independent. That's what they're doing. That's what these idiots are doing. They're making Trump seem like some kind of moderate. Okay. Opponents of Trump continue to see a vulnerability for him with evangelical voters that populate the state, specifically over his record on transgender LGBT rights. One flyer being sent out to voters, which an Iowa Republican shared with Politico, calls Trump a transgender trailblazer who celebrated gay marriage victory at Mar-a-Lago with log cabin Republicans, It's not that good, but this is your campaign? Talking points from 10 years ago that you never used? Another thanks Trump, seemingly sarcastically, for standing with LGBT. Americans to fight against the closed-minded Republicans who won't accept change. A third reminds Iowans Trump allowed a transgender woman to compete in this Miss Universe pageant 2 decades ago. Yes, back when he was like a New York businessman, before he was into politics. You just can't make it up. Trump did more for the conservative movement than any other Republican in the past 50 years. He's the one that got Roe versus Wade overturned. Stop this crap that was Mitch McConnell's doing. I'm getting real sick of this argument that it was secretly Mitch McConnell. It was nice that he, helped get the justices through. Good job, you did your frickin' job. But let's be real. If Trump didn't pick these certain candidates, if this was like, I don't frickin' know, imagine Jeb. Oh my frickin' God. We would have gotten like 2 more moderates, maybe 1 slight conservative. That's it. That's truthfully. Trump's the only one that, again, some of his picks are kind of trash, but it's still overall decent court picks across the board. Did you hear about the rumor that Hillary Clinton has filed the run? Wait, what? Hold on, what? Hillary Clinton? You're kidding, right? You're kidding, right? There's no way that Hillary Clinton filed the run. Jeb would have lost. Well, that's my point also. It's like, Trump's the only one that would have won in 2016 that could have gotten somebody like Kavanaugh on the court, or Gorsuch. Can you imagine for a second, though, if it was John Kasich? Oh, my freaking... We would have got stuck with 3 more Breyers. Or something crazy like that. It would have been just... Ugh. So I don't get this argument that, it's because McConnell did the work, but that's not even true. The providence... The problem DeSantis world has confronted as they sought to court the evangelical vote is that evangelical voters appear to prefer Trump. The former president has long been popular with the cohort, even as he's shown reluctance to go as far as some of his opponents on issues like abortion. Oh boy, let's look at this. This is from 2001! That's what it looks like. They're using comments from 2012, 2015. Are you frickin'... I disagree with Trump on these issues, but come on. You can't be... This is why the DeSantis campaign's a joke. It's just, I don't know. Chat, what's your opinion on this? This is so stupid. This is so terminally online, I cannot believe it. Trump is pro-America. Again, I disagree with Trump. Like, I think he is a bit more liberal on certain issues. Right? Like, gay marriage and stuff. But they call him a trailblazer for trans rights? Huh? It's better than AI-generated voice messages. Oh, don't remind me of that. I've been trying to forget that ever happened. So pro-trans, he banned it in the military. Yeah, these people are freaking hypocrites. Trump bans them in the military. Nobody says a thing. But magically, he's pro-trans. I don't freaking know. DeSantis just any possible chance in Iowa. I just don't get the strategy. This would have worked 10 years ago. It didn't even work 10 years ago against Trump. or 2015. It didn't work at all. He still took second in Iowa, even though he probably should have won. Ron has gone so far with these ads that even Scott Presser commented on it. And again, I don't really care about the gay stuff. It's the gay marriage stuff because at this point in time, it's settled. Even though I believe that marriage between a man and a woman, it's like, until we can change the narrative about it, this is just stupid. And how are you going to change the narrative? I mean, can somebody explain to me, how will DeSantis magically turn around the issue of gay marriage? Can somebody ask me that or answer that to me? Anybody. How will DeSantis magically reverse the issue of gay marriage? That's what they're trying to make it sound like. Give me an idea. Give me something. I'm just waiting. I guarantee you nobody can answer because guess what? He can't. It's going to take years to slowly reverse that garbage. It's going to take like 10, 20 years. That's what's going to happen. That's the only way it could happen. DeSantis will not reverse it because I disagree with that. But, you know, the only way you can do it is like you sack the courts, which would be fine if they're conservatives. But yeah, is DeSantis even anti-gay marriage? I don't freaking know. I just think he thinks, oh, they're evangelicals. That means they are anti-gay marriage, which compared to the population, I would think so, but I don't know. Yeah, didn't DeSantis get caught, like, or somebody accidentally said that he showered with men, DeSantis, or something like that? I mean, it's just like, you release stuff like this, but then you have weird comments of, you shower with what? That's DeSantis, by the way. That's somebody that quoted DeSantis or whatever. I don't know. It's such a bizarre situation that you don't think it's real, or you don't think it can get even more bizarre, but it gets more bizarre somehow. I'm just stunned. Absolutely stunned that this happened. But hold up, before I forget though, remember the big donor for DeSantis, Ken Griffin? Remember how this was supposed to save him? He's going to financially back him out? Or financially save him? Because he was down like $40 million? Well, you know, this is why you never trust these bozos. GOP mega donor, quote-unquote, undecided. Bullshit. You were supporting DeSantis. Then when he went down the polls, you bailed on him. He was DeSantis's big donor. He was backing him. He was around him. And guess what? He's bailed on DeSantis. Never trust these people. Never. Because they're just going to the second you're down by a point, they're going to backstab you. And they're making it sound like it's about Disney and, oh, he's fighting the cultural stuff. Guys, the Disney stuff was last year. And the abortion stuff was months ago. You're telling me now they realized it? Bull crap. It's because DeSantis has gone down 50%. Comparatively. I don't know. It's over. Your entire financial backing is mega donors. And they are saying, screw you, we're going to like Tim Scott. To be honest, DeSantis is down by way more than 1 point. I know, but it's like, these people told him to run. They hired his campaign for him, and they bail on him when it fails miserably. He looks like he's distantly related to Jeb. I could see it. Have we ever seen Ken and Brian Griffin in the same room together? That is a fair point. It's not clear to me what voter base he is intending to appeal to, he added. Also criticizing DeSantis over his ongoing feud with Disney. Bro, you knew about this! You knew about this for a year! And now you're making a big deal? These people are so full of shit. Yeah, and even Griffin, before DeSantis launched his campaign, told Political that the U.S. be well served by DeSantis. These people are so full of shit, it's unbelievable. They do this every minute. They make stuff up. They lie about what they said in the past or did in the past, and they move on after shafting over candidates with their garbage consultants, with their wasteful spending. And people wonder why DeSantis is down by so much. You got idiots like this around him that were never fully supporting him. They just wanted to stop Trump. He just wanted to stop Orange Man. Orange Man bad. We're not even getting into Tim Scott stuff. That's just... I cannot believe that's even real. He was asking for Treasury. But it just... How can the DeSantis campaign recover? Not only did their entire narrative go out the frickin' window when it comes to Trump has given up on Iowa, because he's putting everything in Iowa now, because that's what really matters, to now you have frickin' your big donors that are single-handedly keeping your campaign afloat, bailing on you. That's what's happening. Tim Scott. Should we get into the Tim Scott stuff? Because that's just, bit bizarre. Yeah, it's just the DeSantis campaign, I don't freaking know. It's always boggled me. Do these people really believe what they're saying on Twitter and stuff? Do they really believe it? DJ Aftershock for 2. Ken Griffin likes getting behind, quote-unquote, winners, I think. Yeah, a lot of winning I could see. I see a lot of winning here. Yeah, the Tim Scott stuff is just a frickin'... The fact that the Tim Scott stuff is real, I don't frickin' know. You know... I don't really get into this stuff because it's always been like, who cares? But I just freaking can't. I can't avoid this crap. We're going down another rabbit hole. Be prepared. South Carolina Senator Tim Scott, shortly after taking the stage before a crowd of Iowa evangelicals Saturday night, was immediately hit with a personal question about his love life. So other than your mama, is there any special lady in your life? Asked Republican Iowa Attorney General Brenna Bird at the Faith and Freedom Coalition, where a number of GOP presidential hopefuls participated in a town hall. Scott telling the crowd yes, quipped that's been one of the most asked questions recently, and said he's surprised if anyone in the room hasn't read about her yet. I'm dating a lovely Christian girl. Just this entire situation doesn't pass the sniff test. I don't know. Something's missing, I think. There's just doesn't make any sense. One of the things I love about the gospel of Jesus Christ is it points us always in the right direction. He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord, he added. Scott, 57, then knelt to the ground, asking the room to please pray for him before rising quickly with a big grin. The audience laughed. Scott has never been married, drawing questions in GOP circles about the presidential candidate's relationship status, especially as he looked at court over evangelicals. Though the percentage of adults remaining single, later in adulthood has risen in recent years, the GOP, particularly the more religious bloc of voters, continues to hold traditional ideas about marriage and family. That's a good thing. But, this doesn't pass the sniff test. Just something, I don't know. Chat, what do you think is really going on here? The fact you never heard about her until now? As a guy who was raised in a single-parent household mired in poverty, I understand the devastation when a family breaks up. I lived with the consequence of a father who was not there. I made a commitment to make sure that never happened in my life, Scott said. I'm so thankful to know a risen Savior that has helped guide my way. And I'm so thankful that he's allowed my life to intersect at the right time with the right person. And I just say, praise the living God. I don't freaking know. Chat, Something never makes sense about Tim Scott. There's just something about it's just, I don't know. It reminds me of the Lindsey Graham rumors from 3 years ago. Remember that? What was it, like, he was called Lady G or something? Lindsey Graham? Wait a minute, he said he. I don't ask questions. I don't know nothing. Will this hurt him? Yeah. You know, I don't think it's gonna hurt him as, like, well, I don't know if it really matters, but just this doesn't add up that what's going on here? Who is your what's your love life really like? I know it's not that big of a deal, but it does raise a couple question marks. Bunch of question marks. Wait, so rumors are that he's gay. Why are both South Carolina senators rumored to be gay? Well, neither of them got married before. That's the big one. I believe Tim Scott. He probably just wants to keep her identity secret. Yeah, I can understand that, but just the whole story, you just start reading, it's like there's something you're not saying. Something doesn't add up. Tim Scott is gay. I don't know. I don't think he is, but just I don't think the situation is 100% truthful. It's just really bizarre it's now coming out. It's like, wait a minute. He's married to Uncle Sam. Real. I don't know. I don't know what to think. There's a lot of weird stuff in this world. And I don't know if we're ever going to know the truth about Tim Scott. It's the world may never know. I'm married to the Federalist Papers. It's a good choice. Yeah, we're never gonna know, but I don't freaking know. Why? I just don't get why it's a big question now. Why is it suddenly brought up? To be honest, the optics of a real conservative Democrat would be amazing. You're pissing off the far left while still standing up for working Americans and traditionalists at the same time. True. He's married to the Constitution. To think Trump's reign in the GOP would end on December 2022. What? What do you mean by that? Alright. So, is there anything else to go over? We went over the DeSantis stuff, which, again, I'm not attacking any, like, specific people, but the DeSantis campaign. Those people are freaking, They must be Democrats. There's no other way to explain it. No way to explain it other than they're paid operatives by the Democrats. You cannot seriously tell me with a straight face those people are real. Do they actually believe some of the stuff they're talking about? Like, Trump is secretly down in the magical polling data. He's going to lose the election. It's although I team Haley to get the big donors to flock away from Scott to Haley. Yeah, she's trying to get the big donors, but why? You're down by 80 or whatever. You're not going to win. Gates beefing with McCarthy again. Yeah, there's definitely gonna be a fight in Congress next week. Call your congressman. Tell them vote no. Cause chaos. Shut down the government because why not? Nothing better to do. Nothing better to do. We are witnessing the fall of Rob. Real. Do a Trump +7 map. That's like Bush 88, right? Haley is less than 10 points behind DeSantis. Yeah, but that's not really saying much. You're down by 60 against Trump. We can use that money for Trump. Yeah, exactly! These people care so much about winning that they're not going to spend a dime in next year's election if it's Trump. But they're going to spend hundreds of millions of dollars in a primary to lose by 50. I heard that Matt Gaetz might run for Florida governor. He is. It's all but confirmed he is running for governor, which I 100% support. I think he would be a good governor of the state, continuing to make it more conservative. Youngkin has a 68% approval rating with independents. Yeah, he's showing how it's done. He is the one that shows how you freaking win without being like a coward on the issues. I know it's Virginia, so there's some issues that, yeah, he's not like the most conservative person on, but still, relatively speaking, he's pretty good. Every candidate beside Trump is simply a polling error. Yeah. But Gaetz is uneluctable. Yes, I'm sure that he would lose the state of Florida. I'm sure of it. They secretly want Joe to win. Yeah. A lot of these people, they would rather have Democrats win. That's how full of shit they are. They care so much about winning, but they would rather have a Democrat win. What's your reaction to the bozos on Twitter who unironically believe Matt Gaetz would lose Florida? Listen, Matt Gaetz ain't losing the state. Especially in its current state. Funny enough. It's like party registration alone's like R plus 10 at this rate in 2026. It's going to be a lower turnout election. It's a midterm. Maybe a red wave, may not be. We don't know. But even then, it's like, who do the Democrats have to run? Their bench is awful. And he's very well liked with the conservative base in Florida. Plus, he would have big turnout in the Panhandle, which that's where the Trump base is. Also, Miami. I don't think he wins by 15, but I think he would win. Youngkin's actually the definition of electable. Yeah, he's the only one that has, like, valid credence to it. And, like, Zeldin. Screw these other Joe Dea types. Screw him. Freaking electable, my ass. You lose by 15 in Colorado. No, you do worse than Trump in the suburbs, despite running on being the suburban Republican. Unbelievable. Rap, please do a Trump +1 map. I may do that later, but not today. Joe Dea proves moderate does not equal electable. Yeah. He was very liberal on the issues compared to other Republicans. Got freaking walloped. Got absolutely killed in the suburbs. How's your day, Rap? Pretty good. Pretty good. Watch Dumbs nominated Bernie Bro against Gates. You think, did you hear about RFK? Yeah, so RFK may run as, or RFK Jr., he may run as a third-party candidate. Next year's election is going to break every metric. So that's what? No labels. Cornel West. Possibly RFK. Those are 3 independents that I could see getting more than like 3% of the vote. Oh God, next year's going to break everybody's brain. Who's worse, O'Dea or Edwards? Edwards. At least O'Dea's like against late-term abortion. I'll give him that. But that's not saying much. Edwards is flat-out progressive Democrat. Third parties will kill Biden. Yeah, RFK I don't know about. RFK may peel over like Democrats that are going to support Trump. That's the thing. But can you imagine if Cornel West, no labels, freaking RFK versus Trump and Biden? Listen, are we in a simulation? Is a simulation rebooting? What if Carter runs? Jimmy Carter? Isn't it? I thought he was like dying. Did they say like 5 months ago he was supposed to be dead and he's still alive? Hundred-year-old Jimmy Carter. Will Hurd will save America. Real life is. Yeah, it just. What chat? What percent of the vote will independents get next year? If we have Cornel West, no labels, and frickin' RFK Jr. If that actually happens, we may not even. Oh God. Say what you will about the Carter, but outliving the frickin' Queen is a Chad move. Probably 7% total. I don't know. If it's including RFK and no labels, and they get spent money. Like we know, Cornel West is getting like 3%. He's gonna get like 3% of the vote, I think. For say no labels, let's see, it's another 3%. One prediction I saw said the third parties could take 17. Hold on, what does that say? 17% of Biden's vote. In that situation, he's screwed. He's absolutely screwed in that situation. Yeah, next year's elections are definitely going to be chaotic. But anyways, folks, if you got any more questions, concerns, whatever, send them now. If you got any more super chats, whatever, send them now or forever go in peace. We went over everything I kind of want to talk about. And I know they're going to try to like block Cornel West from the ticket, but it would be funny if he actually gets on the ticket. Pro comes back from the dead and becomes Trump's VP. Cornel West could gain traction if Democrats continue to limit support for UAW auto workers. Yeah. Watch you get to 100 on October 1st, 2024, and then finally say I quit. Oh, gosh. Yeah, the UAW strike's going to be... Democrats are botching it, but so are freaking Republicans. The fact that the GOP is not, like, capitalizing on this except James, Craig, and Trump... Are you freaking kidding me right now? I don't know. if Biden loses next year, will there be a resist liberal January 6th? Oh yeah, there would be. There would 100% be like actual insurrection, like riots, you know, shit burning. It's gonna be insane. Like, watch them do the same thing. I swear to frickin', if Kamala Harris throws out electoral votes after they said that Mike Pence couldn't do it. James Craig for Senate. True. Trump should go to the workers. Apparently he is. Apparently he is going there next week. Jimmy's immortal right now. He's just running out of immortality potions. Yeah, it's just like the Queen of England. She just ran out of potions. Ran out of pixie dust. Thank you. Anyways, folks, thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy this stream, smash the like button down below. Subscribe. Share with your friends. Hit that little bell. Follow the social media accounts in the description down below. And, of course, join the channel today. Thank you all so much. Godspeed.